Hi, welcome to DIY with Deborah. This is the first in the series of hat making. I love hats and I make hats out of almost anything. I believe that anything can be a hat, a lampshade, a vase, a hat. A hat could be a lampshade, it's all interchangeable. Currently I'm very intrigued with working with paper towels. And my paper towel of choice is Viva paper towel. It's not embossed, it has no texture, it's very strong, and it takes color beautifully. Viva by Kimberly Clark. I take the paper towel in multiples, and I take it and I fold it. So I fold it in half, I fold it in half again, and then the rough edge, this raw edge, gets folded in a third, and then a third again. And then I take some tacky glue, which is very strong and sets up quickly, and I just put a little in the seam here. Then I'm ready to go, and I have elements. So the elements I make in multiples so that I have many of them. Then I'm ready to start creating the hat. And I usually work directly on my head. So I'll start by building it on my head. Now a very simple thing could just be a little headband with an embellishment. So I've embellished this as I started to spray paint, but it's not complete. I also work with it making very simple twisted elements. So you twist it and you add a little glue in the twist so that the twist holds. Then you can turn it into something as simple as just one band of a twisted element. And you could take a little bit of the paper towel and glue it on and drape it, and you have a very direct but fluid, flouncy hat. These are some of the other things. This is a wired bow. So it's the same flat element glued together with a thin piece of wire running through it, and then it can be worn as a very fun bow. This one is the elements, the same flat elements, joined together in one spot. And then the hat can be worn in a way where you get height and dimension. And if you pull your hair through, then you get even more of a fun combination of linear hair and circular tubular elements, like so. Then we have other variations where we take the element and we literally weave it. So it's your basic basket weave of under and over, creating this crown, and then being fastened in the back to create the closure of the hat. Some other ones are like this, where they're like a stupa. They're a bit of a real hat, and this one I added a bill to it. And these are painted with acrylic paint. This is another variation, also painted with acrylic paint, in a fashion where I've flattened it a little bit and open tops, because again, I like the hair to come out through the top, so it's more sculptural and more dimensional. Then I was trying to devise a sun visor, and so I've now braided. So this is another variation with a braided form, and with the braid I get some stretch in here. So now this can become a sun visor, where if it's worn down and worn up it becomes crown-like. And as a visor it literally works to keep the sun off my face. And again, the hair to give it a little more sculptural volume. So there are many, many, many variations. So come join me sometime, or look at my new Etsy site, vivalahat.com. and check out more of my hats online. And have fun, wear a hat, wear a veil, and just be joyful.